Okay. Time to do what I do every night. Well, not every night. Every time I stream, I'm gonna try spamming a chat. Alright. And it's a perpetual struggle. I never remember who has places I can advertise and self-promo. Mexico, cool. I don't think Fox does, nope. I'm not registered to do anything there. I don't think Novel Case has anything. Nope. Mech Market has streams, but I'm not worth that. Man, upbeat music. I just want to hang out tonight. Just relax. Do. Failed to load messages. I don't remember what that one even was. It's probably fine. I think I skip a lot of these MechWorks. No, they never have anything. Desk keys. No. Keep Life. Yeah. Self-promo, hey, cool. Keyboard Treehouse, I think they had... I know they have sound tests in here. Streamers. Sure. Hey. I'm almost remembering. It's not like I ever got in a habit of remembering where things were or who had what. So let's be honest, I don't remember anything. Each time it's something new because I forget from the last time. LPC Tunnel Rat, thank you for the follow. Alright, you got KFA. I always like keeps for all. I'm actually was wanting to build this board. If I didn't build the CMO last week, it would have been the Course60. I've heard from some people, especially on Discord, that there's some issue with the bottom plate fitting properly, the bottom of the case. We'll have to see. Worst case is a few minutes in the fridge, come back, pop it in, it'll be fine. Or, I guess worst case, a little bit of filing. Hate to break out the file, sometimes you need to do it. It is what it is. Grace, do you have anything? I don't think so. And last but not least, I usually put something in Zeus. Is it a server? Uh-oh. There's a 1 somewhere in here. Increase file limit size. Guys, I don't care. Someone just mentioning that they weren't there, but they wish me a good stream from Keeps for All. Thank you, moderators from Keeps for All. Yeah. So I have this box here, Course60. I got a POM plate in this kit. I do have aluminum plate on order, so we'll see later if I want to switch it up. This should be a pretty quick build. It is hot swap. First, I need to go through the fan for putting this big thing away. This, by the way, the CMO TKL, if anyone remembers from last time. Yeah. Hey, how's it going? Thank you, Chess. Pretty good. These keycaps, yeah. GMK redacted. Pretty nice set. On the CMO TKL, I think it matches pretty well. I am going to rebuild the CMO TKL at some point. I've ordered some plate foam just because it's a little bit, you know, pingy. LPC Tunnel Rat, hello, how are you? Ugh, this board is so heavy. Anyways, I do want to rebuild the CMO TKL. I'll probably do it in a little bit. I think I want to do some other stuff, but let me put it away. When I get the plate foam in, just artisan keycap shopping. Oof. Good luck. There's always some cool stuff, artisans. I've tried to shy away from getting too far into that hobby, if I'm being perfectly honest. All right. KFA, Keeps for All, Course60. Unboxing experience is pretty minimal. Everyone always makes the comment that there's so much different hardware. On the Discord, they actually do have a diagram showing what goes where. Have a PCB. We have an acrylic bottom piece. Good chess. Thank you for following. Acrylic bottom piece. This has had some issues with tolerances, so we'll see if this needs to be chilled. My basement's pretty cool, so it's probably going to be fine. Balance that precariously up there. And for the actual kit, I have this pretty flexible POM plate. Understand, usually try to keep it to a theme I'm going overall build, and I am doing at this time. Nice. What theme are you going for? So if you have something, yes, Course60 is an Alice design. Throw that down there. This is a pretty simple Alice design. Keeps for All sort of known for doing pretty low-key but decent boards that are fairly cost-effective. So this is basically just a top piece machined out, a POM plate that's going to be top mounted to it, and we have the bottom piece. Pretty simple. I guess I'll keep this for pushing stuff in. Magellan Unit 8, Theme Cube. That's a lot of dedication there if you got the whole thing set up. Wow. Unit 2 next. Okay. I don't know. Theme builds are always neat to look at. So let me grab some stuff I know I'm going to need. I'm going to need that for later. And take a look at the PCB. Move the top case up there. Here's this PCB. It's a hot swap PCB. Has keeps for all in the middle. QC pass 1 sticker. On the back, Cheshire PCB version 1 Goldundrum. So, interesting PCB. Has a row of big old LEDs on the SMD back mount. And we have some options with some of the spacebar layout, it looks like. I have not tested this yet, so let me put it down, move the case out of the way, and let's test it real quick. Let me get VIA up. Alright, they have this set up with space, and alt momentary 1. Cool. I'm going to change some of this layout. So, layers. Usually I don't have caps lock there. I usually have momentary 1. Second layer, they have arrow keys here. Bunch of stuff down here. Gonna need this to probably be a tilde, just in case I should ever need it. Oh, they have tilde there and escape. Okay, never mind. I can just pass that one back down. Do I want to do a split shift? Probably not. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, they have this delete. They don't even have backspace programmed. Uh-oh. Right alt. Let's make this left windows. Because my fingers will probably remember that easier. Control alt space left windows MO1 MO1. I'm gonna need this to be a full backspace. And I guess layer, this will become delete. We'll see how I can tolerate this layout. Alright, on to the key tester. Let me turn the board over. Ooh, just staring at the LEDs. Alright. Try not to dazzle myself too much. Okay. It's another MO1, won't make a noise. Cool. Okay. Alright, PCB works just fine. Take that off the screen. Alright. So with this, it will be this one. What direction? Guess good time is now to reveal that I'm using TX stabs for this tonight. I forget if this is, I think this is the one that's to the left. I'll figure it out. Alright. So the switches I'm going to be using are AEBoard blacks, just because I want to try them out. Sort of excited whenever there's a cherry-like switch. These are loop with 205 grade 0. These are the stock springs. They're a 63.5 gram double spring, I think. And I'm using Deskey's films, because I like Deskey's films. A super flexible plate might be a little frustrating to build with, but we'll just make sure we clip everything and go nice and slow. Guess I should probably get the stabs in there first now that I think about it. Otherwise I'll be one of those streamers that has built a keyboard without stabs. These are TX stabs. I have tuned and lubed them up a little bit. Let me punch this through. Come with these little nifty lock wedges. I know at one point I said I'd never do these on stream again, but honestly, with these current version, the version 3, I feel that these are easy enough to be able to do on stream on the fly. Made the mistake with the V1s of doing that originally, and that was, yeah, hellacious. Chaos Blader Kaze, thank you for the follow. How are you tonight? Hopefully everything is well. Anyway, the way the wedges work are sort of exactly the way the old toothpick mod would work for clip-in stabs. Except rather than having to insert and then clip off a toothpick, pretty much has these preformed wedges. Pretty good, how about you? I'm doing well. It was a pretty good Wednesday for me. Okay. Make sure they fit the whole way through. Oh, flopped out. Get in there. Oof. Okay. Spread out the back tongs a little bit, and then I'll put the lock wedge in. So I am building this with a POM plate tonight, but I probably will switch this up later for an aluminum plate in the future. I think ultimately just having an aluminum plate, probably a little bit of polyfill will be the way I'll probably enjoy this board the most when it's all said and done. But I'm open for nice surprises, like if I really like the POM plate, I might just stick with it. Thinks of having keys, but since I am new, I don't want to attempt anything to show it. I don't know. Community is pretty good about being pretty inviting, especially for new people. And especially if you're into photography and taking pictures and sharing, people are usually pretty open. I mean, I have pictures of my keyboards too, but there's nothing to write home about. I kind of suck at photography, so. But, you know, putting it out there, there's always going to be someone that'll appreciate it. Usually that's how you get in good conversations with people. They usually have some questions about what you did or how you think about the board and your experience with it. I think that's a good part about the community is people are usually willing to share and sort of understand that it's all preference, and everyone had to start somewhere in the hobby, so I would never feel embarrassed about sharing something. It's unless you purposefully build it to be a little bit cursed, but but if you have a pretty sick theme build, I mean, a lot of people really appreciate that stuff. So don't feel bad about sharing. Alright. Alright, just spreading the back, making sure it's actually clipped in, and then throwing the wedges in. This is so much easier than the version 1. The version 1 I struggled on stream. I want to say it was almost like a half an hour just to try to put in a few of these pins correctly. Man. All right. Yeah. Extra burp keys. Hey, how's it going? It's been a while. Hey, how are you? Yeah, it has been a while. Haven't been the most consistent with streaming. My bad on that one. Life just got a little bit busy. Well, mostly also, you know, I have 2 young kids, so they took turns getting like random summer sicknesses and coughs and stuff. So I wasn't feeling 100% myself. Now everyone's healthy and time to go back to school in about 2 weeks, so looking forward for them to go back and socialize more with the kids, and also ready for them to pick up whatever sickness that they're going to get next into school. It's a never-ending cycle, I suppose. But yeah, it's been a little bit. Hopefully you're well. Alright, what bar goes there? I know I have some bars somewhere. So, let's see, this is the big one. School was quite a ride, recently graduated, so I have more time to stream and mess around now. Nice. Always a good time. Is it to the right or to the left? I can't remember. I can never remember with these keys. Is this even the right size bar? Or is it this one? I think it's this one. I think it is to the right. I don't know. I might use some EPBT for this build. I'm not exactly sure what I want to do. It's either going to be EPBT 21 KB or I guess some GMK set that I have the bars for. But congratulations on graduating. If you have any student debt, hopefully you can take care of whatever the president has come up with if you're in America. Because any way to pay down debt from tuition would probably be a good thing to do. Huh. That's a big gap. I don't know if that's going to hold. Well, half of it got clipped in. If I put a wedge in there, will you stay? Probably not. Hold on, let me think this through. Do I need to use a screw and stab for that? Fortunately, unfortunately, I paid it as I went, so no debt. That's rather fortunate. Well, hopefully now you're set free from that, and it was well worth it. More time for keyboards. Or whatever. Okay, I don't know if this one's going to work. I might need to use a screw-in because the way... I'm not sure if you can see it on screen here. I'll try to bring it and have it focus. This hole right here, because it is a little bit Swiss cheese with the layout, it's not actually grabbing the clip-in all the way through. So I'll probably have to switch this one out real quick. Let me go and find some Duroc stab somewhere. I think I still have Duroc somewhere. Duroc or Gad ink or something else. Alright, be right back. Alright, let's mix and match a little bit. Have some stabies. Kind of tech field has a big hiring freeze right now, so not getting any job offers. So I'm stuck with the once things open back up. Well, hopefully it doesn't stay frozen for too long. I wish you good luck in getting employment, because that's sort of important. Alright. Screws, little washers. I already have a wire that's tuned, so I'll just use this one. I guess I should have some 205 grade 0 here. Let's throw that into the stab. Alright. Usually I don't like mixing stabs, but just unfortunate that one doesn't seem to want to play nice. So AEBoard stabies will have a little bit more of a dead sound to it. But overall I think they sound okay. If I thought the clips would work, I would have actually just pulled a set of cherry clip-ins, but if the new clips from the TX stab is not working, I'm going to doubt that the old cherry clips will also have any purchase on this PCB. So we're going the screw-in route. Okay. The wire should still be nice and balanced. I shouldn't have to really do anything else with that. I'll probably have to add some more SHT BDZ onto it. That's okay. I'll do that with a little syringe action later on. And also, with stabies, they tend to want a lighter coating of SHT BDZ if you're going to use it. Otherwise, they're pretty easy to make sluggish. So. Okay. Looks crazy enough like it will just work. Washers, where are you? Not a big fan of these rubber washers. I could get just the vulcanized paper, the thin ones that you get with good old Duroc stabs. But that means I'd have to get up again. Guess I can put this extra lock wedge and wheel in here. And the board will just be ever so slightly scuffed. I don't know what size screws these are. Which WIA screwdriver will work? Will this work? I think this is slightly big. That's slightly small. So what is it? Star? What switches am I using today? I'm using AEBoard black switches. Wanted to try an alternative to just Cherry Amex Black because I seem to be doing more and more builds with those. I really like Cherry Amex Blacks, let's be honest. So Just getting out of my comfort zone, trying a new switch out. Because I did actually really like the AEBoard reed switches. So the black switches, hoping that they're pretty good. They're lubed and filmed with 205 grade 0 and desk keys. I have stock springs that were just sort of brush and lubed over the coils. Okay. So that should be all of that. Oh, drop my G on plate fork. Plate forks are very useful, especially if you have a very flexible plate like this. Should get some spring lube with my switches. Forgot and keep purchase when you ordered other stuff. Yeah, so a lot of people like GPL 105. Currently I'm more a fan of 106 and 107, but it's pretty much all similar when you really look at it. And to be honest, if you want to be, less cost effective, you could even go as far as using 205 grade 0 if you really wanted to. Uh-oh. Plate while you do collapse. Or I might actually have to clip that one in, separate it first. POM plates can be a little bit fickle when you're clipping switches into the plate. Okay, guess I'll get this one on this side too. Only thing is with this board, because it does have some hot swap options and layout differences, making sure that the switch is actually oriented in the right direction does matter. Okay. Alright, with these in, should be pretty good. I think this is up. I think that spacing's correct. We'll find out soon enough. Alright. I'll use the plate fork to help me out. Basically, the plate fork does what chopsticks would do. Basically, it gives a surface to push against to help you clip in your switches the first time without having to do anything too disgusting with tweezers trying to bend it up. As you can hear, it's snapping in nice and solid. Don't even have to worry about it, which is good. I did straighten out these pins, so hopefully I'm not horrifically mangling this while I'm pushing everything in. Guess we'll find out real soon. Actually, I can just take a look now. If you look really closely, you can see that everything is going through or not. And you can see on this bottom row, we see the pins poking through, which is a good sign. But hot swap build, so this should be pretty quick. Speaking of like Geon news, apparently the F1722, the units that Swag Keys was waiting on, if you're a US buyer rather than a direct buyer, should be shipping soon. So, very excited to get that. No, it wasn't 722. What board was it? W1AT, that's what it was. Very excited to actually get that when it comes. I think it'll just be a unique and different board. All the sound tests I heard on it sounded really nice. So looking forward to actually building that and trying it out. Other boards I'm looking forward to building. So I still have that Ginkgo 65 chilling down there in the stack of things to build at some point. I do want to build that. Before that, I probably want to build the Bubble 75. But even before that, if I get it in, I'm going to be building my Mono K TGR Tomo, because that's one of the boards that I'm really, really looking forward to. So I'll just be honest with myself, and rather than delay gratification, I'll just jump on boards that I'm very excited to build, if I'm being honest. I think that's all the stuff I have in my backlog. I probably have more stuff that I'm forgetting about. That's fine. It's fine. And then a lot of people have been talking about the rather hype board that is going to be the Swag Keys Shelby 80. I think that's going to be a pretty nice mid to budget range, depending on where you're at in the hobby. I think that's going to be a decent keyboard, especially for the cost. Drop that switch. Why do I have this switch just chilling over here? I forgot. Okay. Everything is clipping in nicely, which is excellent news. Always like to have builds go smoothly. And with POM plates, I'll keep using this little assisting device to help me out. Because the last thing you need is to push one of your last switches in, have the POM plate collapse in the middle of putting in like the last two switches and having to pop a whole bunch out then redo it. That's never fun. So going slow and taking your time is always gonna help the build process. Probably just keep this one in the middle. Geon plate fork, kinda nice. Was using the one from Fang Studio. I still have that one, I'll still use it. I just wanted to try the Geon one since this is the first time I've had a flexible board where I would need it to help me out. and a few builds. Alright, I'll have to get that one second. I don't recall if I had a step caps in this or not. So, since I have a navy top, I was thinking about putting ePBT less but better or 21 KB on. I'm still not sure which. I think both would look kind of good. I'm gonna probably have to say beige, because I think most people would probably do the white color, but I think beige would look pretty good. How do I like my Zeal switch opener? Actually, I use this more than my other switch openers. It's just easy. It feels nice. The drawer slides out. You put your switch in there, push it in, push the button, pop it, and it's just easy. You know, I still like the good old Gatoron switch opener, but yeah, I don't know. It's such a nice product to use, and originally I bought it just thinking, well, if I use it a few times and I like it, that's fine. It'll look cool on my desk, but I've actually used it. Grandma's old pepper mill. You know, some of the design aesthetics probably came from something like that. But it's just a nice machined piece of metal on your desk just to have. I mean, like, they pointed out helpfully to me that the top is thinner than the bottom piece, because I had a little bit of gap between the bottom and the drawer. They were able to immediately point it out to me and tell me, hey, just flip the barrel around because you're dumb. They didn't say it like that, but I added the part where I'm dumb because, yeah, I was pretty dumb. Embarrassing, but we all make mistakes. But yeah, I do like it. Is it worth it? I don't know. I think for most people it probably would not be worth it, but I like it. It's a nice thing to have. I like collecting stuff, so it is what it is. Alright, let's take a quick look and see if I murdered any of the pins. And again, I'm just basically looking, so focusing. See a little pin poking through. I'm just basically looking and making sure that we're good to go. I still will electrically test it before I throw it in there, but, you know, just taking a quick look, see if there's anything I can just change right now. Okay. Should be okay. Move those extra. Totally gonna forget about that lube paintbrush later. Alright, let's plug it in. Via on the screen. It's a shame. I actually need to make use of my little ocelot sitting on my desk. I meant to use that as like a scene switcher, or basically a better looking stream deck, but I don't know. The laziness has hit me. Alright, looks like we're good. That's a relief. Okay, now for the part that has people confused. After I try to clean stuff up a little bit. What goes where with these screws? There's a bunch of screws. Let's take a look at what we got real quick. We have the bottom feed bump-ons and little, looks like 1mm O-rings, and a bunch of screws. So the little ones are for standoffs. I can already sort of look at that. We have some button heads. And some different size button heads at that. We have some countersunk of 2 different sizes. Let me just take a quick inventory of what we got here. Are these all the same size? No, these 2 button heads are different than these, I think. 2 smaller, 2. So we have some 2 versus 2.5, it looks like, for the countersunk. And what is this? Another button head of various size. 2 thin, 2 thick, and 2 very small. The standoff ones I don't think I'll be using at all. Let's throw those stuff back in the bag. O-rings. Probably will think to use some of these O-rings. Why not? They're included, so Hanky probably designed some part of this around for sound. Let me take a look at the diagram real quick before I totally forget what I was doing. So on the KFA site, they have their Freebird 60 announcements and pictures. So 2.5, 2.5 countersunk. So 3 for the top, 3 for the bottom. So these are case screws. Noted. For the plate, we have M2 and M2.5 button heads and 2.5 button heads. So these are 2.5 button heads, these are 2.5 button heads. These are 2 button heads. Okay. And standoff holes, whatever. Drink some tea before I forget. Put the Stabies container to the side. Okay. So 2.5 button head, 2.5 button head, M2 button head. And for these, I'm going to be threading the O-ring on first on one side, putting it through. On the other side, what are these, Phillips? Yeah. It's too small. Is this too big or is this just right? Yeah, this will fit. Alright. So let's see if I can do this and sort of show it. So on one side I already have an O-ring. I'm holding the screw through, and I will just thread the other side of the O-ring on so it sits in place, so I don't really have to worry about it. That's probably the easiest way to put these things on. I do recommend doing that generally if you're going to try to thread these things on. And you can do that for, well, anytime you need these little O-rings being mounted on screws, burger mounting or whatever. And the good thing is, as long as the O-ring's big enough, it'll sit in place. You don't have to worry about it sliding off, it just stays there. And it's a good way just to retain everything. So 2.5 for this in the bottom, and then 2 for this. So M2.5, if anyone's curious, that has to do with the actual width or thickness or diameter or radius of the actual screw itself. So 2.5 is ever so slightly larger than the M2, so that's visually probably the easiest way to tell it between this one and this one. If you look at each of these, you can see one is thicker, and that's probably the easiest way to visually see that. Or I guess you could always try to screw it in and see what does go and what doesn't go. If it doesn't go, don't force it. That's the only thing. You don't want to damage anything. Because this is a POM plate and pretty flexible, I am going to be putting pretty much all the plate mounting points in here. For aluminum one, you can just get away with doing the 4 corners and that's it. But I'm going to do them all. When I get the aluminum plate, I probably will only do the 4 corners and just have it leaf spring mounted on the corners. I think that might be an interesting typing feel. But POM's pretty flexible and forgiving, so this shouldn't be too bad. Rather than being a trampoline, I do like my boards to have a little bit of feel and resistance to them. All right. Okay, M2 is going to be a little bit more difficult just because it's smaller in size. Do I have to use a different screwdriver for this? Yeah, okay. All right. Otherwise that will fall out because it doesn't really secure in. So I'll let it setting up on a weird position for a second. Okay. If I go like this, will they fall out? Nope, but they definitely want to. Alright, lower this in. I'm not going all the way tight. I'm basically just lifting the top case up, screwing it down so the screws bite in a little bit, and then I'm going to do a little bit of a lining. Alright. Guess what set will I use? Maybe this Wooby set. Because it has blue. What's this blue look like on here? This might actually tie in pretty nice with the blue and the color. Pick this up carefully, put this on top, just to sort of show. The legend color doesn't exactly match, but with the beige border, I think this might actually look alright. It's definitely a little bit different. Yeah. Let me get some keys out for this. Or just dump everything now I think about it. It's probably the easiest way to go about this. It's 21 KB, so we should have everything we need for this build. Should have all the bars. Ooh, this is going to be so flexible. Maybe I should have put the keycaps on before tightening it down. Someone had mentioned issues with rubbing, and I'm thinking if you have issues with rubbing, it probably has to do with the way you're aligning the plate. Enter. ISO, don't need you. Zero. Backspace, there we go. Step caps. Big control key. Little shifts. Where's pipe? Yeah, I can align off of this. So how does this look? It looks like this side of the plate needs to be scooched up ever so slightly. All right. out this side. This has some space up at the top. Let's move it up a little bit. Okay, and then retighten it just a little bit. And double check. Okay. Hopefully this is good enough. Alright, put that down. POQO. Ooh, okay, I definitely want to support this from behind when I'm putting keycaps on. L. U. R. Ooh. 5 with the bar, that's a numpad. F2, we're not going to need U. F11, guess I can put some of the stuff back in the bag. Wait, was that the, I already have the correct control size. This is small, okay. Plus and 0, extra shifts. Height. Alright, I already have one caps lock. Don't need ISO enter. Ooh. Z. H. I think that goes over here. A. G. Zero. Alt. Windows mode. Job. Numlock. End. Insert page down. 2. How did that 1, 2? I think this is 2. Five. 8. Oh. 4. Function F1. One. N. 1, 2, 3, 4. plate is super flexible. Y. Nine, 8, 4, 7, enter, backspace. There we go. Minus. Tilde. E. Letter P. Zero. 6. What is this? End. Wrong 6. Wrong 8. Question mark. Seven equals. Windows key. Q. Huh. Didn't realize the arrow key had some green sub-legend on it. I'll have to ask my wife what some of this stuff means. I have no clue. M. F. Windows key, another Alt key. This Alt should fit here. No. Did I mess this up? I probably messed this up. Damn it. No. Okay. I wonder if I can just scoot this over without taking everything apart. This could end disastrously. What size screw is this? Okay. Doing this half blind. I don't know why I'm not just doing it the proper way. Because it takes too long, actually, yeah. I guess I need to remove the switch too. Rand and Andy, thank you for the follow. As I struggle to get this back in here. Okay, looks like we can do it. All right. With these moved over to the correct side. Switch should now go in south facing. Make sure it's clipped in. Where did I put those tweezers? All right, so now this should fit. All right, that looks better. Man, that looked horrendous before. My bad. Delete. F6 Alt. What do I have this one set to? I can't remember. Tab. Second B. This is 1B. There should be a second B somewhere. Wait, did I already put that in the bag? Hat off the bed. Thank you for the stream. A little solid so far. Hey, thank you. Thanks for stopping by. Hopefully, have a good night. Okay. Pause break, letter T. Number 3. Second B. There we go. Now we're talking. Letter J. For the one with an end, arrow, windows, page down, arrow, page up. Well, escape was up here, I think. Delete print screen. F6, 5 end, 7 page down. There's other bracket. W. S. D. Okay. Okay. Control. And this one should fit over here. This seems slightly on the misaligned side, almost like it should be this way a little bit. But this plate gap in the middle looks okay, to my eyes at least. Alright, now for the rest of the numbers. Then I forget what the two on the side were. Alright, I'm going to have to plug this back in to figure that out because I don't recall offhand what they were. There it is. Page 80, page up, page down. Okay, that's doable. So it'd be this page up, and where's the other page down? Is it this page down? Is this the correct profile? I guess so. Okay. Throw the rest of these keycaps in the bag. And the last part will be putting the case together. Oh, space bars. Can't forget the space bars. Well, I could. I'd just be Omega sad later. Alright. And now for this bottom piece, which some people have reported having issues installing. So the countersunk holes, line everything up, and mine just sort of fits. Here I was looking forward to going upstairs and putting it in my fridge for a few minutes, but this seems like it's fine. So 2.5 for the top, 2 for the bottom. So let's figure out which one's which. I think we'd separated these out as already. Did I separate these out? These look like 2.5, and this looks like a 2 at the bottom. So again, thicker versus thinner, probably the easiest way to visually distinctly see for the countersunk screws. Then I just dump them out. Oh, these are using hex. All right. Is it this size of hex? Let's see. Nope, larger. All right. And of course that's a different size. Too small. Okay. And we have some feet. Guess I'll put them on the corner. There's no instruction for where to install feet, huh? But because I will use this on a desk at work, when I'm in certain conference areas, I will put the feet on so I don't have to worry about the bottom. Planning it out, I guess I'll just put it in inside by a little bit. And that should be fine. Where's tweezers? There's tweezers. Something like this. Don't do it, I didn't put them over a screw hole. Oh, yeah. That might be a little bit more difficult. Although I had a board that did that recently. Simo TKL. They have long bump-ons for feet. And yeah, they went over 2 of the screw holes at the bottom. On each side where the case gets joined. Man, that was sort of a pain to do, but it's okay. Throw that away. Let me throw things back into bags before I lose everything. Last thing you want is loose screws and hardware just banging around. You're not sure what board it went with. Alright. Close it up. Ooh, okay. And since I messed around with it, let's go back into VIA real quick. Go through the key tester. That's the wrong board. That looks better. Ew. Okay, works. Yeah. So just for size comparison, no, let me take VIA off the screen. Don't need that anymore. Just for size comparison, this wrist rest is a TKL size. So on your desk for a 60% ergo, you're essentially putting a TKL's footprint. It's a little bit smaller, but you know, it's about that same size profile. Let me get a microphone set up, boom directly over it, and we'll hear how this sounds. Gonna mute myself, be right back. me move the microphone a little bit, get in position. Okay. Gonna do monkey type. I don't have it currently set up so you can see what I'm typing, so my apologies in advance. A little bit scuffed is what it is, sorry. Where is my music program? Stop that, minimize. All right, so sounds a little bit quiet. The microphone is closer and pointed at the keyboard. Let's hear how this sounds. Start with mouse clicks, keyboard level, and type. It's been a while since I did Alice or an Ergo style layout, so if I type like ass, you can't even see what I'm typing, but you'll see when I backspace. Wow, I need to practice typing on an Ergo keyboard. Let's listen to the mods real quick. What is going on with this one? Did I not screw this in the whole way? Sounds like I didn't screw it in the whole way. It's either that or it's probably scraping a little bit. So if I look at this gap at the top versus the gap at the bottom, this is close enough that I'm worried about it maybe touching or rubbing. But it sounds like there's definitely a screw somewhere that I will need to tighten up real quick. Yeah, this side of the plate definitely is down lower. I'll have to do some quick adjustments here, I think. Music back on. Sorry if I'm a little bit low in the mic. My mic's down here, not pointing at my face. Why did I put all my screwdrivers away? To use, that's probably actually easier to use. So torques are probably going to be the bigger ones to use so I don't strip these out. Starting by loosening everything, just seeing how I can move the board. So it looks like generally pushing it up the whole way as far as I can is probably going to be for the best. Alright. Alright, so what does this look like now? This keeps moving down slightly. Yeah. I just force it? No. A little bit close, but it should actually be fine. Alright. Put it back together. Such a simple case, I love it. I don't need this. Alright, let's try that typing test again. Huh. USB does not recognize my device. What? Are you kidding me? Alright, weird error message. Alright, let me try not to be quite as terrible at the typing. No guarantee. I'm pretty bad at typing. This time I will have my headphones off. Okay, slow typing test incoming. Mouse clicks keyboard level again. I suck at typing on this. Mod check again with this. Let's add some polyfill. It needs something. This needs something. Let me help it. I'm not sure if it might also need a little bit of force break too. Let's consider force break too. Use the screw tray as a screw tray. So small. Large. I don't know if it's between, so if I type on it right now without the bottom, still hear it go ping, 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 which usually means if I loosen this a little bit, it should get better. What does this sound like now? So if I did any force break, it would basically be probably this side here on the sides and maybe a little bit up here. And it would basically just be a little bit of probably unlight tape or something. I don't think I'm hearing this. I think I'm hearing something on the plates and case. I don't know if it's just because it's flexible. So I might end up taking this apart if I still don't like it and adding a little bit there. But I do think this board will benefit from some polyfill. So let's throw some polyfill in this case. And this is a pretty big area underneath. So let's add some. There's so much space in here, I can probably add quite a bit. Polyfill will change the sound, but it should fill it up. And the biggest issue that I'm having with this board right now is can definitely hear the cavernous space below the PCB, so this should help. This is a decent amount of polyfill in here. That's literally the keycap hitting. It's literally the keycap hitting. Feels weird. All right. One last typing test. I think this will be a little bit better. Except for the typing speed. That's guaranteed to be pretty awful sounding. Because I'm slow typing on a board that I haven't practiced enough on this layout. Alright. Music. Stop. Stop. And once again, mouse clicks, keyboard level. And typing. Ugh. All right, mods. Spacebar's rubbing too now. So number row sounds weird, almost dead sounding in a way. These need to be shoved this way somehow. I'm going to need to look at the plate and
see if I can help nudge it that way. I might actually need to do a little bit of modding to the plate itself. Yeah, you can almost hear it over here too. It's coming in contact a little bit on this side. So the plate I'm going to have to adjust up a little bit. Alphas, if I ignore the noise that's coming from this blocker area over here, sounds like I'd expect for a POM plate. Pretty flexible material, pretty forgiving. Not that familiar with the way AEBoard blacks sound. I think they sound decent. They're going for sort of a cherry-ish sound with a top out that's a little bit different, and a bottom out that's way deeper. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm gonna have to play with them some more, and I probably will only likely really have an opinion of these when I do this with an aluminum plate, probably in like a week or two. But POM seems fun, seems fine. I just need to figure out how to move the entire plate assembly up so it's doesn't do that, because that's a no-go when you hear the blocker sound because the keycap's smacking into it. Just needs some modding. Yeah, interesting board. I do like the aesthetics of it. I do like the fact that it's a familiar size for me TKL wise. I definitely have to just take it to work for like a week or so and just get used to typing on the Alice layout. So yeah, I'll reserve my final thoughts until I can figure out how to make this not go like that. Which will probably end up having to mess with the actual plate itself and probably remove some material so I can move it forward and have it sit where I need it to sit. So yeah, interesting board. Glad I have it, and I'll be looking forward to playing around with it and modifying it. Next up, I'll probably be looking at building. If Tomo comes in, I'll build it. But at this point, I'm probably going to want to build a dolphin I have, a Lynn dolphin, next. I lied about because I had forgotten I had a Lynn dolphin longer until I looked and I saw the bag. So that'll probably be my next build. It's a PC 2021 version 3, I think. Should be pretty interesting. Looking forward to that, having more RGB stuff on my desk for fun. Gonna look into modifying this board in my spare time. Whenever I get the plate foam in for CMO TKL, I'll probably end up modifying that as well. Yeah. So it looks like I have quite a few things to play around with and try over time. But I think that's going to be it. For me, it's almost 2 o'clock, and I need to get some sleep. Thanks for stopping by if you stuck with me, and yeah, everyone have a good evening and be well. And hopefully see you next week. Hopefully I have some time to stream next week. So thanks again, and see you everyone. Bye.